Food Mummy in the Great Plains. Even before COVID, we got most of our groceries delivered, but the local supermarket is still handy for midweek top-ups and other eventualities. It's about 5 minutes away by bike, and I almost always go by bike because I'm very Dutch, and that counts for a lot in terms of convenience. For the rest, it's just a mid-sized supermarket with one very particular quirk. When I first tried, I couldn't find the ordinary cooking oil. I could find olive oil in regular and extra virgin flavours. I could find other kinds of salad oil like that. But what I couldn't find is ordinary sunflower oil just for frying stuff. I wandered off in bewilderment, but after a while I found a completely different corner, one of the biggest chains in the country, comparable to Sainsbury's in the UK. Stored. There was sunflower oil, arachide olie. Arachide olie is Dutch for groundnut oil, which is English for peanut oil. It's just made from peanuts, why can't we call it peanut oil? And no, arachide isn't the Dutch word for peanut, that's pinder. And my personal favourite, the 3-litre bottle of frituurolie, or deep frying oil, is just the most bang for the buck oil that they stock. You can use it for shallow frying, deep frying, pan frying, wok frying, any kind of frying you like. It also includes 100% of my recommended daily average of ironic glass positioning. Because I don't really understand why this supermarket segregates the oil, it was completely clear how they separate them. You've got the bougie oils in one place and the prole oils in another. But while it's possible to go full bougie and fry everything in olive oil like some kind of Jamie Oliver fan.
I'm going to go in with 1 tablespoon of olive oil.
Olive oil for egg fried rice? Who uses olive oil for egg fried rice?
That's not always very sensible. Olive oil typically has a low smoke point, so it gets a little bit weird when you get it too hot. And it's also not very neutral in flavour, so I try to keep it out of my wok whenever I can. My Anglo-Cantonese cooking isn't particularly authentic, but I draw the line at using olive oil. And I'm not above an occasional bout of deep frying. So I'm a regular customer of the prole oil aisle at our local supermarket, or I used to be, until now. Last week my wife told me that the franchise holder had sold out to a new tenant and the changes were afoot. And the next time I called in to restock my oil, after a particularly frenzied bout of deep frying, I couldn't find it. The prole oil aisle labelling was still there, so I probably hadn't completely lost my mind, but the oil itself had vanished. So I figured I'd cut my losses and try the bougie oil section. At least then I'd be going home with oil instead of without. And there it was, a desegregated wall of oil. All the old certainties are swept aside, the lion lying down with the lamb. Of course, I still don't know why it was ever otherwise, and I doubt I ever will. But that's the semiotics of food for you, it can be a fickle business. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm off to tell someone that an egg fried this rice. And lesson until next time, goodbye.